UNRegularRadio.com, Boston's best online radio.
The Boston local music show on regular radio. Of course, it just said that. I'm just repeating shit now. It's like fucking long show by myself, no decks. Well, I'm not by myself, but like usually I got a cast of people that can deal with you fucking malarkis people. They'll come in here and make me ask you questions.
Maybe we could do both.
Let's ask you questions.
Okay, let's do that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We got Ryan. It's Ryan Walsh, right?
You got it.
Ryan Walsh from Hallelujah the Hills.
Yep.
I'm wondering, do you have a dad or granddad that umpires?
I have a dad who coached. Wait, are we talking pro or little league?
Softball.
Softball?
The important shit.
You know what? I got an uncle who umps.
Yeah?
Yeah, William Walsh.
Well, one day, 2 years ago, it was F Nice Records at the time, but the guys that run this establishment, we had a softball team.
Yeah.
We were a bad team.
Yeah.
Like in all facets.
What was that name?
We were called the F Nice Wreckers.
Okay.
Instead of records.
I follow.
We like
very crafty.
Yeah, you like that pun? That's a good one.
That's good.
And I stepped up to the plate one day, and they were like, "Oh," the umpire was like, "A record label. I get it." Do you know Hallelujah the Hills?
This is true. My uncle told me about this.
Yeah.
I thought I'd never hear anything about this story ever again.
And now here you are on the radio.
That's Uncle Will.
Uncle Will?
Yep.
He's a good
ump.
He's a great umpire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He calls it tight and true and fair.
He doesn't fuck around. I've seen some bad calls come out of Uncle Will, but hey, he's an umpire, man. Umpires have.
Look, he's never wrong.
Uncle Will.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't think that.
Now wait, are you catching? Are you batting?
Uncle Will's
what kind of calls is he making for you?
What was the bad call? It was a first base call.
Are you catching or batting, or what are you doing?
When this bad call, this one that I'm particularly thinking about.
On the stands betting.
Yeah. That call sucked, Willie.
Yeah.
No, I played shortstop, I guess, is the answer to that.
Yeah.
They won't let me play catcher in softball.
It's better for your knees.
Well, no, it's every time that I play catcher, I get tackled by another man. Because I'm like a target at the plate.
Yeah.
You get man tackled.
You didn't sign up to play football.
Well, yeah, I actually kind of warrant it. I make it happen. It's like, when you talk shit to people on the athletic field, they're going to come after you.
All right, so what was the nature of this bad call?
My
beloved uncle supposedly made.
I'm going to preface this by, we won the game.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. But there was a play at first base early in the game that it was a woman running, and a guy made a great play.
Yeah.
But the woman was safe.
Yeah.
And, sometimes you reward great athleticism, especially when it's made by people that it's unexpected, because it's like Sunday night beer softball or Sunday afternoon.
And what are you saying? It was a girl, so...
Yeah, it's it's not going to be argued. You know what I mean? It's not like the girl's going to like kick the base and be like, "I was fucking safe, you cunt." kind of thing.
But that would be great if that happened.
It would be awesome.
That's another story.
Yeah. I mean, I want to play in the A leagues, but the fact of the matter is the F Nice Wreckers were in like the C or D league.
Yeah.
So you just don't have that competitive urge out of the women.
So is this like a conversational moment, or is like, are you trying to bat and he's like, "Psst, you ever hear Hallelujah the Hills?"
Well, it was the first time. It's the first time I.
Nice.
Yeah, Willie, do you not know your Uncle Willie is just fucking promoting the shit out of your band?
Oh wow!
All he does is just talk about Hallelujah the Hills.
That's so sweet.
Hallelujah the Hills. It's very hard to say fast.
This is going to be a good Thanksgiving because now we're going to talk about this.
That's it. I'm really happy that it's you.
Yeah, because Walshes are like dirt.
Well, you also have like 5 people in your band.
Yep.
So there was a 80% chance that you weren't going to be the one that showed up.
Right.
But actually, it's not true. There was a 100% chance that you were going to be the one that showed up because you did.
Now we know that now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All that.
That's a great coincidence.
I'm pumped to have you on the show because we've been playing Hallelujah the Hills for years.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
I guess at this point. No, it's not really years.
All right.
A year and a half.
Fair enough.
But, like, you guys have been playing in Boston forever.
Like
As-
5 years now.
As far as
yeah.
well, Tim was saying that's forever for music.
That is forever in music years.
It's hard to keep a band together, right, guys?
Fact.
It is.
Fact.
It is.
You played at the Pavilion before, right?
Excuse me?
Did you play at the Pavilion? No, you never played over there.
No.
No?
The Boston Pavilion?
Yeah, with like Blue. I thought
no.
you had played that before.
No. That's not us.
Fuck me.
That was my uncle.
That was your Uncle
He does
Willie?
an umpire-themed a cappella band.
And it draws like crazy.
Uncle Acapella.
Yeah, they're called the Strikeouts.
That was good.
And all their songs are secret promotion for Hallelujah the Hills.
True. I've seen the show. It's a great show.
Really? It's at like the Colonial Theater tonight.
Yeah,
So it's-
right. They open for the Capitol Steps.
Really?
Yeah.
What is what do they have any songs about the NBA lockout maybe?
Oh,
No.
sure. I
Yeah.
mean, a whole EP on that subject.
What genre is this? Is this referee based
It's-
indie rock?
It's sports, nephew, promotion-related a cappella,
Dubstep.
dubstep, slow gaze, no core.
Slow gaze, not shoegaze?
No, he had to make something up. It's called slow gaze.
Slow gaze.
It's where you, if someone fucks up in the band, you slowly turn your head towards them and give them the stink eye. That's slow gaze. So, like it's like, oh, he hit a real clunker on that bass, and then you fucking
You ever play
like a turtle.
Slow
You just
gaze them.
slow gaze them, and then just burn a hole through their head with your eyeballs.
Does that mean you're the band leader? And you're the one that
The band leader usually is the he doles out the slow gazes, but my band isn't slow gaze.
yeah.
No,
It
that's,
just
that's
seems like
Uncle
the-
Will's band.
It just seems like Uncle Willie maybe passed down some leadership traits to you, and maybe that was one of the things that he instilled in you as a young musician in the Boston music scene.
I spent a lot of time with Uncle Will growing up, and here's one of the things that sticks out. I would be playing on the beach, just making a sandcastle, maybe 7 or 8 years old, and him and his brother, my dad, they would each grab one of my arms and then just start chanting, "Out to sea, out to sea," and just start walking me into the ocean.
Wow.
Out
That's
to
like
sea,
getting tickled.
Out to sea. No, well, with a creep factor of
Only
about
kind of big.
Yeah.
and that would terrify me. And
And you didn't want to make sandcastles anymore.
And then I got to playing shows, and I'm like, I'm not scared. I've been out to sea.
Yeah. That's how you got over like crowd scaredness?
Yep.
What's that called?
Crowd scaredness,
Crowd scaredness,
is
yeah.
the
That is a
official
technical term.
medical
That is.
term.
Nice, I got it right. That's perfect. No, what is that called? You're scared of an audience.
Stage fright.
Stage fright.
It's not audience
I don't even know what it is that I'm so unaccustomed by it. I actually get nervous for every single show.
Right here in this room.
No, I can't do that anymore.
That would explain.
You're talking about
crying.
live shows for you.
Yeah,
We were
live
talking
shows.
about how we used to vomit before.
Yeah.
we
And
were,
cry. We
big
cry before
important
we
shows.
show.
Really though?
It's healthy.
Get it out. Just get it out.
Do you eat before you play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually
You
lose my
just
appetite.
want it to be so
pretty
perfect. Like there's a million things that you can do to make it perfect.
You got to eat hours before you play,
You know?
though.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like I might eat at like 4 o'clock and play at
One of my-
11.
One of my last shows with my former band, my bass player had a sandwich on stage with him, and that was kind of like, oh, this is not gonna end. Well.
That's like a Seinfeld episode. That's like having sex and eating a sandwich at the same
right,
time.
George trying to combine all the vices. Yeah.
I mean, you got, especially a sandwich, usually quite greasy with the sandwich meat inside of it.
Yeah, you have to pick the right sandwich.
Yeah, I don't know, something that's not going to grease up your strings.
It's poor showmanship.
Unless he uses it to his advantage.
Well, isn't there that
Sliding
band?
with
Does anyone know? There's some band that during the course of their set, someone makes and serves a pot of chili on stage.
Amazing. I would love to join that
And
band.
I want to see
Anyone
that
know
band.
that band?
No.
Call in if you know the name of that band, because I know they exist.
617-606-4122. Tell us who the fuck makes chili.
While they play.
While they play.
I'm so hungry now. What the hell? It's like the end of the day. It's not the end
Yeah.
of the day at all.
Well,
Simply
afternoon
not
snack
true.
time for sure.
Yeah. I like all these kid references.
Well,
It's right
did you
after
read?
nap time.
You probably read my Wikipedia page. I am.
I did, actually.
I'm like Jack, that Robin Williams movie. I'm actually 8, but I'm in a man's body.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So if I touched you earlier, is that okay? Is there
Yeah,
something we
yeah.
have to talk about?
No, it wasn't in my bathing suit area, so
Okay.
fine with me.
Guys, I definitely touched him in the bathing suit. So Ryan, you got a show coming up next week.
I wear big bathing suits. One of those old timey
It's
ones
just like
that go over
up
the
to your neck.
shoulders.
The oneie.
I don't own a bathing suit, to be totally honest with
Just
you.
throw on boxers, right?
That's what I'm saying.
In the
Just go
ocean.
naked.
I don't even touch the ocean. That shit is scary.
Oh,
Like starfish,
Urchins.
urchins, yeah.
starfish aren't going to hurt you.
Some pointy stuff in the
All
ocean.
right, jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
Straight to the case.
Yep,
Yeah,
sure.
Scared of it.
Yep.
All done.
You can get fucked up. What if that hits your eye?
Sharks.
Water
Yeah,
moccasins.
yeah.
Peanut butter and jellyfish.
Looks like a little floating piece of saran wrap, and then you're in the ER.
See, that's the thing. I would never be like, "What's that in the water?"
Oh, yeah.
That's never a good thing to be investigative.
It's better you don't know.
Yeah.
I think so.
Maybe.
The ocean is unknowable.
It's huge.
Please call in with your thoughts.
Yeah, 617.
Is the ocean knowable?
Probably
Do you
look
know
at
anything about the ocean?
So, like I was saying, show
Yeah.
next Friday
Yep.
at the Milky Way.
The Milky Way. The new Milky
the
Way.
new- yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, it's pretty much it's the Milky Way. I know that
Yeah.
people do have recollections of the one that was on Center Street.
Yeah, which
But-
was a real beaut. But this new facility is great too. I've never seen a show there. Never played one.
I've played 2 shows there. The sound's really good.
That's great.
Yeah, they've got
Yeah.
a bunch of monitors. What more could a musician ask for?
Nothing
Yeah.
else.
Hear yourself.
Yeah, good beer,
Yep.
all these good things.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So we're playing Big Digits. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
I've heard. I've not heard them though.
The rapping.
Someone else good.
Majestic duo. Well, the 2 rappers are a duo. I think they have a turntable guy too.
That's kind of weird that
And
it's
then-
because you guys are more of a folk project.
Folk, rock, pop, whatever you want to call it. But
You just see-
there's guitars and drums. So,
But it's definitely not
It is
something
different.
that you would be like. You'd be like, oh, next I want to listen to hip hop.
I think, I like to make. I don't like when a bill is like 4 very similar bands.
Yeah,
You want a Whitman sampler.
but
Absolutely.
you've definitely heard people complain
Completely
about that exact thing.
What about?
People walk out of a show.
I
and they're
like every type of music, but rap and country.
Yeah, you definitely hear that.
Like that.
No, what I'm talking about is the people that are like, I just want to go out and see a show where I can see all the bands and like them, and what they really mean is all the bands sound exactly the same,
Yeah.
and that's definitely not what's happening that
Right,
night.
right, right.
But they're going to be all nasty,
Mhm.
therefore, an awesome show.
Oh yeah, for real. And then Hilly Eye from New York's coming in. It's gonna be fun.
What do you think about hip hop?
Hip hop.
Yeah, like in the past 5 years
I'm
in this city.
by no means an expert, but I've over the years made a few hip hop playlists for my iPod.
Uh-huh.
Enjoyed the hell out of it. But I'm not. I could use someone to make me like 5 great hip hop mixes to get me get me up to speed.
You need
know?
the mixtape.
Done.
We got
Who
2
can do it?
Done. Look at his shirt. Look at his
These
shirt.
two
Look
guys
at
right
his
here.
shirt.
Mixtape shirt right here.
There you go. He's a master.
Would love one.
Chris,
So-
I've never heard you, DJ, but
But they're going to be filled with songs you probably already know. Because there's not that much out there nowadays.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Hip hop nowadays is like rock in the 80s.
Really?
It's glamorized and it's kind
I
of
feel like there's a
funny
lot.
and it's kind of eating
cookie
itself.
cutter.
Okay.
Yeah.
These popular stuff.
I think it's funny that there's not
Yeah,
a
mainstream
classic
stuff. Excuse me.
rap station yet.
It's coming.
Oh,
Is
that's
it?
interesting. Yeah. That's got to exist at least on the internet.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Like, where's the Beastie
Google it.
Boy, Run DMC, Sugar Hill Gang
Yeah.
station?
De
They
La
got
Soul.
that on Comcast. You can call
On
1-800
Comcast?
Comcast for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Comcast.
Yeah, fuck Comcast.
My bad.
No, I mean, you can
But, you know-
you could praise Comcast if you like, but
Are you
I-
talking about-
I don't even got Comcast. So.
You talking about,
Verizon.
RCN.
talking about the TV stations that are actually radio stations? Like when you get up into the 900s?
That's a
Yeah.
music channel or something, right?
Music
Do
choice.
you know anyone
Oh,
or
that-
two
oh,
who
sorry,
listens
you
to
must
music
have it.
by turning on the TV like
No.
that?
my grandparents?
Accidentally, I came across it one day.
Yeah, your grandparents.
And by my grandparents, I mean my fiance's parents.
yeah,
But they're almost the same age.
sure.
So older people.
Oh, they're into music anyway. So.
Yeah, but if you ever listen to those channels, it's not very good.
No.
No, but it's good for like holiday If you want to, the Christmas kind of thing
I
going
like the
on.
little facts about the artist too.
Oh yeah,
Little things
it's almost like
sometimes.
VH1.
Oh yeah, there's a little
trivia.
trivia about each song. Like,
Yes.
I love that on AMC.
do you know
Wasn't
Luther
that fun?
Vandross was shot in the ankle during a routine trip to the store for milk?
Milk.
And you're like, oh yeah, this song does sound better now that I know that.
No, I do like those facts. I don't know about Luther Vandross, but I like to know that shit.
Yeah,
Then you can sound like a nerd.
pop it out at a cocktail party.
Water
By the
cooler.
way,
Prince used to steal bunnies.
that's true.
No, it is true. It's true.
What? No.
It's true. Wait, look it up.
Pet bunny fetish.
He used to steal bunnies.
Google it.
He has so much money he can do absolutely anything.
Yeah. Besides steal bunnies, because
He could kill himself
put a price
and no
on it.
one would know. That's what I'm
true.
getting at. People,
It's true.
you got enough money, you can just off yourself and become someone totally different.
it's actually too.
You talking about a fake your own death scenario?
Yep. I'm saying that Michael Jackson's not dead.
Okay, everyone.
He's on an
Does
island with Biggie
everyone
and
have a
Tupac.
prediction for someone who everyone thinks is dead but has probably faked it and still out there? You get dibs on
Like
anybody?
Tupac.
Tupac,
Biggie.
Biggie. Yeah.
Andy Kaufman,
Andy
Definitely
Kaufman would
Kaufman.
definitely do that.
yeah,
Can't forget Elvis.
Elvis,
Mark
That's
Twain.
a good one.
you know.
Mark Twain. That's before killing yourself off. He's just still out there.
Yeah,
He's like, he actually wrote The Green Mile. He's like, he goes to Stephen King. He's like,
yeah, he's locked up in King's basement.
yeah. No. He locked Stephen King up, and he's actually using Stephen King as a puppet.
That's right. That's how he gets all the stories.
Christine was all Mark Twain.
That would be unbelievable.
I read that on the internet.
No, it's kind of like, you know how Shakespeare supposedly is like a group of collective writers?
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard that now. They're saying he didn't write it.
Yeah.
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 Because they said like the vocabulary that all of his plays collectively use is like something like 9 times the vocabulary of a normal person.
Right.
So like, how could a person back then
Right.
have that?
Right like that.
Yeah, so it mustn't have happened, right? It got to be like 10 different writers. Maybe
Aliens.
someone was just real good.
Aliens.
They
It's
can't
pretty
just
much
get over it.
aliens. I think I saw it on the History Channel.
Like
It's
that?
aliens.
Aliens?
So, yeah.
We can
They
get down
did
with
Shakespeare
that.
now too.
Right after the pyramids.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
They just gave us all our media.
But besides
From Nintendo
the
forward, anyway.
theories of who Shakespeare was, there was a kid who was an excellent forger, and he could forge the Shakespeare handwriting. And he said that he had found a play in his grandparents' attic, and he was doling out page by page, and they were like, "Oh my God, wow!" And they were like, "We got to put on this play." And then he instead of saying, "Oh, I lied and forged," he wrote a whole shitty Shakespeare play. And opening night, everyone by page 5 just knew it was a piece of trash.
Yeah.
And everyone rioted, and he was outed.
Like
as
Penn State riot?
No, this is back. This is back in olden days.
Oh, okay. This is like Shakespeare time.
A little, maybe a couple hundred years after.
It was kind of like if you were watching, I don't know, like Family Guy early in the days.
Yeah,
And then all of a sudden you saw like their like 5th season. Like, this shit sucks.
yeah.
You like Family Guy?
I enjoy Family Guy. Yeah.
No, I don't get down.
seen
No?
the new Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, I don't get down with that
Oh,
either.
is that any good? I haven't seen it.
Forget about it. Forget about
What does that
it.
mean?
Is that
I have not laughed that hard.
Oh,
Really?
nice.
The early
It looked
90s.
like the clips in between the music videos were the old clips, but they just overdubbed.
It is unbelievably funny. It is nothing like the early Beavis and Butthead.
I welcome them back with
humor.
open arms.
I did too, but then I saw this. Like, it really, to me, maybe my TV does suck. So I'm gonna put that out there.
Kind of a joke.
What's the problem with
It's
your
a- it's a-
TV?
yeah, I have a really bad TV. It was made in 1998.
But I mean, you got on demand, so I mean, it doesn't matter.
You still
which-
see images and
Right.
hear words.
Not
It's color
Yeah,
or
but like I was in the Halloween season, I was watching a lot of horror movies,
Yeah.
and they're very dark, and I couldn't see anything.
Do you know where the brightness adjustment is on your TV?
yeah.
'Cause that could solve it.
You know what?
Picture of a sun.
You might be right, but like my TV could suck that much.
Now, what do you think about fan fiction? Like people write, like Family Guy ends or whatever ends, and then they write more.
Like fans write more.
Yeah, and they're just like, this is the new Star Trek.
I can get down if
I
they're
wrote
good. I've seen those. Like I used to be a big Scream fan, and you see a bunch of like Scream. What are they called? Scripts.
Yeah, it seems kind of
Script.
pathetic to me.
Listen, I just like Scream's a good movie.
I know, but make up your own universe. If you have the will to get off your ass and type something out, why not? What do you do?
Yeah, because Hollywood's super original. They definitely make their own movies, and that happens.
Especially recently.
Yeah. Just
yeah, I think we should make a movement for all Hollywood remakes that we exclusively refer to them as fan fiction, just to shame them.
I like that.
Yeah. You see the new Dukes of Hazzard fan fiction film out on Paramount.
Yeah, made up by not the real guys.
Now with other sequels, would that be included? Like the Terminator 3 came out. Is that fan fiction, or is that really a?
If it's
threequel?
still the original creators, you're good. 10 years later, the remake. Let's call that shit what it is: fan fiction garbage.
I kind of like some of the remakes that I see, though. Like, in all honesty...
Yeah.
All right. I Am Legend. Just hold on. Have you ever watched the original, what is it, Last Man?
I Was Legend?
No. There's an I Am Legend, but then there's the guy who did all the old radio back in the days. People in Radio Land are going to kill me.
I don't know.
And there's Omega Man.
Uh-huh.
The movie, it's boring. It's a boring movie.
So they topped it. Yeah, sometimes they top it.
It's not. It's. I'm not going to say I Am Legend is a good movie.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that you wouldn't watch more than 5 minutes of Omega Man. It's just boring.
Right.
It's an old movie.
Yeah. These aren't hard and fast rules. These are guidelines. We're coming up with
general guidelines.
Speaking of classic things, I've got classic tapes all in the queue.
I know that song.
Yes, it is a Hallelujah the Hills song.
Yep.
This, I think it's one of your older ones. Is that true?
Well, it's from the last full length, which is now a couple years old, and it's got our friend Cassie Berman from the Silver Jews singing on it with us.
Do you say the Silver Jews?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that band, and she sang on the track, and it's a real thrill.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do 2 tracks. We'll come back, finish the show out. You have a meter.
Yeah, I could go put money in that meter.
That could.
I'm gonna go put. Well, yeah, you're playing a song. I can.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
We will be back. We got Ryan of Hallelujah the Hills in right now. The Romano Project will be back to end the show. Keep it tuned.
UNRegularRadio.com, Boston's best online radio.
Here it is, the conclusion of the Boston Local Music Show today. I was thinking about it. We got the 150th episode was this past summer, July 14th, and like that. Oh, that was then. That was then. But we're getting close to 200 up in there. So I don't know. It's good to have people like yourself, Ryan, coming down.
Thank you.
I mean, you said 2 records in.
Yeah.
And I don't know. You guys are you're a big band in the city. A lot of times the bands that we come on are fresh and they're, we want to get the word out about them. But for you guys, you're kind of helping us at this point.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, it's always a symbiotic, but I don't know, to have big acts or acts that keep pushing forward on our show is awesome.
Wow. Thanks for having me here. This is fun.
I think I got some of your pubes in my mouth on that one.
Well, we're sitting pretty close.
Yeah. I relocated for all you in listener land. I am now. I'm part of I'm not in the producer seat. The man from Nantucket took that role. But that's that. So we heard classic tapes. I just like the name of that song. So it's I don't know. No one uses tapes anymore. I guess that's really why.
Yeah, that whole second album we recorded on analog tape, and then I found that idea kind of sinking into.
Did you buy it? Did you do it yourself, or did you go into a studio?
It was a studio, the all analog studio, and also I would for samples I would dig through weird tapes I had as a child, looking for weird stuff. So it was all about how things get lost, but you can find them, and they're committed to tape, and so they're kind of permanent, but they're easily lost.
I have this theory that everything that's supposed to come back to you does come back to you, and if it doesn't, it wasn't supposed to come back to you in the first place.
Yeah.
So I get a shitload of email,
Yeah.
and the stuff that is important,
Yeah.
it gets to, or I
Uh-huh.
get to it. But the rest
goes right to spam.
Well, I mean, it doesn't go to spam. I wish. But Andrew Jackson used to have the same theory in that his desk would be completely filled with papers because he was the president of the United States.
Yeah.
And everyone wanted to talk to him. So every month or so, he'd have papers everywhere on his desk. He'd just off his desk.
And whatever remained?
And whatever came back to him was supposed to come back to
yeah.
him, and it was important.
Yeah.
The things that didn't, like,
Yeah.
probably wasn't that big of a deal. It was just taking up space on the desk.
It's a good theory.
So I guess what I'm saying about
So
that,
he was some kind of weird, superstitious, astrological
that invented the bank
cult.
system.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Kind of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just a little idiom. or
Should I
something.
invent the bank? Let me consult the oracle.
Yes, he was in the Matrix. That was his situation. I think that's funny they use loops in like such a acoustic setting.
Well, not loops so much, but definitely samples, like little sounds poking out here and there that you can
Sounds more than like vocal parts.
tell. Sometimes a little bit of speaking from some source, and sometimes weird sounds that you can tell no one on stage could have originated.
How do you record that to put in your recording?
Well, you just lay it in the recording, but live we have a little sampler
Yeah.
that we can trigger it.
That's badass. Next Friday,
Next Friday, yep.
Milky Way.
Come on out.
And then you said you got a Kickstarter together. You're doing this third record independently.
Yep, we were on. The first two were on a label. This one I think is going to be independent, and it's almost done. And I think it'll come out early spring.
How does it feel to have worked on those two label-produced recordings, and then now, I mean, you're doing it yourself. It's
Yeah.
essentially the same thing. People. It's not your money.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's still funded, and it's pretty similar, but you're more acutely aware of every decision. And
Yeah, that's kind of what my next question was going to be. Like the last record, you said to me something along the lines of you had this opportunity and you wanted to take hold of that because you had a label behind you. But this one, it's like it's an opportunity, but like it's a lot of other people's money, and like you kind of feel like you got to do it for them.
I keep referring to them all as junior executives.
Yeah.
Anyone who gave like $1 to, whatever. And I think that's a fun way for fans to get invested because they're not only a fan of your band, but they helped you put this darn thing out.
And you know all the people that were part of the Kickstarter, or
I mean, I know at least a username. Like
yeah. Well, but are they people that come out to your shows? Are you thinking, or are they just people that fucking like Hallelujah the Hills?
Oh, it's definitely people who've never seen us just because we haven't been to where they live.
Yeah.
But
so you get things from like all over the world.
Oh yeah. It was
That's
it was really surprising. Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice thing.
So what can we expect from this?
The third album?
The third album, yeah. Is there a name?
There is a name. I don't know. I haven't said the name out loud yet.
Okay. Well, you don't have to. I don't want to push anything forward.
3.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's really, really good, and I can't wait for people to hear it. It's different.
That's fair enough.
Different.
You don't want to.
Any band is
hype.
obligated to say it's definitely our best.
Yeah.
And I will.
You
I will not stray from that model.
Yeah. I don't know. The Strokes put out their record, and it was one of their best-selling records. And they actually said it was terrible, and
Yeah,
there's
wasn't
all
that
this
interesting?
drama created
Yeah.
behind it. So, I mean, sometimes you can go one avenue, and other times you just run in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of like they just want to create drama.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like that's a publicity stunt
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
But their bass player produced the whole record, which is kind of crazy. Instead of the guy who did the first two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I didn't.
I like bass players. Not drummers. You have any drummer issues?
You have any idea? You have any guesses about what you wanted to push up in the mix?
But yeah.
Hey, how about a little more bass?
I don't think bass players are like that though.
That's true. They are very like they're like
Weird.
The workmen. They want to be present in the mix, but definitely like some kind of weird foundation undercurrent.
I don't really. I play bass, but I definitely don't consider myself like a bass player. Because you know how there's kind of like a different mold for every person that picks up an instrument and the disposition that put them there. But bass players are like, you always know who they are when they come up to you at a show. There's always like, it's like, you play bass, right?
You're a bass player, aren't you?
That guy. I don't know. See how that transpires. Oh shit. Give me some volume there. Alright. I'm gonna say that was lackluster. It's alright. This is the Spo Report right here. This is the part of the show. It's kinda awkward when there's no one else here. Because usually Dex is like, oh my god, we've just been hit with a lightning storm. And then I give you awesome shows that are coming up this weekend. So I will start to do that. Tonight at the Middle East upstairs, we got Movers and Shakers, Viva Viva, Creatures, Emperor Norton's...
Wait.
What?
Creaturos.
Creaturos?
Yeah.
I've never had someone that actually knows the band name.
They're brand new, and my friend's in the band. That's the only reason.
We'll go see
First
Creaturos
show tonight.
Do they have any recordings on the internet?
I don't know. It's their first show, though.
All right.
And also Jimmy
yeah.
James, the
Yeah.
father of
Yeah,
the
man.
mother of all berries, also sends his regards.
Very nice.
I have one more.
Good fella. Likes you guys very much.
I got one more plug.
What's that?
My Uncle Will be umping some softball games at
Uncle Will.
Lars Anderson Park
Uncle Wilson.
on Tuesday and Thursday of April 10th. through
Sign up for
15th.
leagues. It's BSSC.
He's a fair
softball.
ump, and he will be pushing my band between pitches. So.
He has like mixtapes. He like scratches in between them.
Yeah.
Uncle Willie.
Uncle
What about
Willie.
his band, the Strikeouts?
Strikeouts. Yes, they are
When's their
performing
next
at
show?
Mosley's on the Charles in Dedham, March 16th, 2012.
That's crazy. That's gonna sell out.
Yeah, because they're opening for the Capitol Steps, and it's going to be gorgeous. Come on out. Those songs are about... I forget what we said those songs
Yeah. All right. I also want to thank... Who else did we have in today? It's crazy today. The Can't Standers were in here. We had Jason and Ian of Dirty Bombs. Thank you, Ryan of Hallelujah the Hills. Go to the Milky Way next Friday. Tomorrow night, head up to Gemstones in Lowell. It's going to be badass. See the Romano Project, the Hornets, of course, Rustic Overtones, and Michael Bernier and the Uprising. This has been the Boston Local Music Show. I'm going to give you some Natural. He's going to be on Beats, Rhymes, and Life tonight, dropping his record. It's just in the queue, I believe. There it is. Thank you guys for listening. Keep it tuned for Spo Says.